Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our FTB Skies Expert playthrough. Last time that we left off, just did some basic, resource gathering, initial setup, whatever you want to call it. Got our sifter array set up, and I did a little bit of sifting. I'm recording this right after that first episode, so I haven't done a ton of work off camera, but kind of just trying to record these in chunks or whatnot. One thing that I forgot to do last time that I think is important to mention is actually throw dirt in here to sift to. It's going to be kind of crucial for andesite, which is our next kind of progression step. And so I did some of that, not much, but I did that. So we have some of these andesite chunks, which is what we need. That's from dirt. And so without further ado, we'll get back into it. I also was harvesting some of our wheat, and when I did that, I completed this quest right here. Well, this is actually for the hoe, which we get all these items, but we got the wheat one. And one interesting thing I was seeing is that if you use this phytogrow on this bee, one of the bees we have, if you just give it to him, he'll turn into a farmer bee. And now we don't have a collector bee per se, but hopefully, kind of nervous. Will this guy not quite sure how these guys work. I haven't really done a lot with the bees before. But will he just go harvest our crops? How do you work? How do you work, fella? I'm really scared he's gonna fly off the island. We might set him up with something like this, just for the time being. Wow, I'm so funny. Can we still lure him down? He's really high up there. Yeah. Maybe we put him on there like that. I don't know. I don't know if he'll harvest. I don't know what he'll do. That might have to be something we further explore. I don't know how it works, but we'll leave him over there. Because it says that you'd want a hoarder bee, but this is blocked by a shulker, so that obviously is not going to work. But harvest crops and leaves a mess. I do not know, but we'll leave that over there for right now. And already we're kind of struggling on the food front. It's from the what's it called, from hand cranking. So one of the things I want to do immediately is we take some of this and turn it into andesite, get a pattern like so, I believe. Yeah, get our andesite alloy, and with this we can actually start on the, it actually gives us some for that. We can get water wheels, and this is going to be important. So we're going to need some stripped log. That means we're going to need more trees. So we'll grow a couple of trees. Probably should have done some more of this, but like I said, I'm recording this right after we just got done playing, and trying to make this semi-entertaining, not trying to have 30 minutes of me chopping trees or sifting or whatnot. So pardon if our resources are not up to par from the beginning. That's all our bone meal, so we'll have to make do what we got here. Luckily that was a good bit of all our resources, so not too worried there. But we will go ahead and we will strip 4 of you, and then turn into our andesite casing, line them up, and our water wheel, if I remember correctly, it was like this, or was it with planks? I can't remember. I think it was with planks. It was with slabs. And this is also a shaft. So I'm wrong in both aspects. Don't think we can do that. Let's just craft this up. God, I did an extra one. It's okay though. Alright. And we go something like that. And then a shaft. And bada bing, bada boom. We have our water wheel. One other thing. We have the recipe where we can like convert these back. Yeah. Okay. Love that. One thing I'm gonna do right off the bat is we're gonna make 2 large cogs. And we haven't got any clay, have we? No, that's from waterlogged sifters. Look what I might do in that case. Something like this. Just for the time being. Oh, my sifter fell in there, didn't it? Yep. We'll place you down like that. And then this should be waterlogged, hopefully. Not sure if it is or not. We'll take our chest that we had left over. And we'll do something like this. Just for ease of use. But I think what we're gonna need is some, what do we get clay from? I think it's dust. Almost like 90. Yeah, you get it from sand too. So, no, you only get it from sand. So, we'll make some sand real quick and then sift that all up. Oh, did you harvest our, or did I harvest that? I can't remember. I'm forgetting things already. We'll make some sand by oh yeah, I gotta be careful with that. There's a cobblestone in this right here. So, gotta be careful. Luckily, it's only sand, so we only gotta break it down one more time. This shouldn't take too long. Only 2 gravel. Just because I knew our hammer was gonna break. And we'll do that. And make us another hammer. And do something like that. Okay. And how we should be able to do, in a weird way, if I can finagle it right. Hopefully I don't have to. Technically not flowing water though. Maybe if I did it one lower. I don't think that would help, but might. This is very scuffed right here. There we go. And this has this going now. So this will sift our things for us. And yeah, one of the other things you have to keep an eye on. We'll get some more water wheels. It's the fact that, yeah, they give us a clutch because these water wheels actually have durability on them, which is an original concept to this, I believe. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But eventually, the water wheels will wear down and then they won't work. So it's really neat. So we'll take some of that clay. In the meantime, we'll put some stuff away. Just for the time being. Because I don't want to get a cluttered inventory. Fish stew. That's the other thing we probably need to make is the fisher. Because that's a pretty nice method of obtaining what's it called? Of obtaining food. Also some kind of not great items, but it is what it is. We'll put wood in there. We'll put andesite. All these goodies in there. I don't like that in there. We'll throw it in here. Throw that in there as well. And, oh wait, what am I doing? I just cooked all those into bricks. I'm not thinking straight. Because this needs to be a bucket before I cook it. So that way we can actually use it to move the transport water. In the meantime, we will craft some more big cogs. Like so. I think what I want to do, what I'd like to do, I'd put it at that level. Yeah, I think I prefer that. Like so. I'll put the clutch here. Or actually, maybe we'll go around the other side for this. I mean, I'm more of a left-oriented person, but it doesn't really matter technically where all this takes place at, as long as it is functional. And we'll grab a stick. Is that not how we make a... Oh. Wanted it to be in that orientation for some reason. And we'll throw this water wheel here. Might add a little block for it. And we'll just build up a little finagle for it. Hopefully the water will just go straight into that hole, but sometimes it likes to be tricky. So we'll do that. Okay, now this is our sieving setup achieved with a semblance of automation. So I think what I'm going to start doing is just collecting some more of these resources so we can get some more andesite. And by doing so, we will, be able to upgrade these meshes and get better resources and whatnot. So I'm going to do that real quick, just because that's probably going to be pretty boring. Just a lot of gravel collection and hammering away. So I'll be back in just a few with our progress. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. So I did a little bit of work off camera, First things first, I built our little Farma Bee, wherever he's at right now. I hope he didn't run away. But I built him a beehive. It's actually really not hard to make one in this. You can just use sugar and whatnot. So, yeah, this was to hopefully keep him around without the lead, hopefully. I don't know where he's at right now. He might have fell off. I went ahead and did a bunch of sifting, not a bunch, but just some. Upgraded all these meshes to the andesite tier, like so. If I can find it, yeah, it's just an andesite alloy. With it only being 4 of them, really wasn't that big a deal. I added this millstone right here for the purpose of grinding up our wheat. And the reason I did this is so that when we harvested a wheat, we could turn it into, 1 or possibly even 3 wheat flour. Because when you wash this, oh, did they change this to they might have changed this up. so it's not as easy. Or no, you can still wash it. Okay, I'm just being crazy. But yeah, so you can turn this into dough and then cook up the dough and then turn it into bread. And I don't think you can make like toast or anything. I think, yeah, you want those, it has to be that. But with that being said, I made some of this iron substrate, which is done with the shards that we get, just 2 of them next to each other, and they make this iron substrate. And that kind of goes into our next thing that we're going to be doing, which is we're going to be getting a mechanical press. And to do so, we're going to need an andesite casing. Wow, got lucky there. And to do that, we're just going to... Our tool is about to break. Yeah. Also, I think you just heard it, but one of our water wheels is broken now because we don't have a toggle on it. And honestly, I should toggle this off. If it's got smoke on it, that means it's broken or is about to break. So you can see we added the durability. Also tells you when it's fully repaired. Okay. So that's just done by right-clicking it on the base of the water wheel. So nothing too crazy. But we now need our mechanical press. I was also cooking up some of these eggs that I got just for some food. We're gonna need some smooth stone, so we'll throw those in there for the time being. And these are some of the resources that we got. I'll keep them in here for now, but I think we've lost our bee. I think he's like gone, which is really sad because wanted to keep him around to potentially harvest our crops, but yeah, maybe he's maybe we'll figure something out. We'll get another bee probably. It's not the end of the world. Just interesting that he flew away like that, especially because he went in the hive like 3 or 4 times, so I don't know why he would have wandered off. Oh. I did not know you got andesite from smelting. So how do we get smooth stone? Then, because this has changed. Did I not put a... I thought I put cobblestone in there. Maybe I didn't though? We'll see what this does. Yeah, because this should give us stone. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I put a... I think there's cobbled andesite in here. Oh yeah, it's probably that. God, that looks really similar. Like almost like eerily similar. But we have 3 of this. I think that's all we need for that. So we're kind of just waiting. I guess in the meantime we could make some more cogs, because we're probably going to want to gear ratio some things up. And on top of that, we're probably going to want some andesite casings. And in addition to that, we're probably going to want some more tools. So we will do that real quick. Yeah, bam. Pickaxe, and then axe, pickaxe, shovel, make another paxel. And this has 5 durability. We'll just combine it. We'll go like so. Convert all these. Line them up. Okay. We'll make these into a slab. And I think it's just this, right? Yeah. Mechanical press. All right. And that's a nice little thing to have. We're gonna make some more shafts so we can gear ratio things up. And if you've never done this before, it's kind of interesting. I mean, it makes sense how it works. Oh God, my brain is getting confuzzled. Oh, this always happens. So we want big into small into big Yep. And then into small, to big. Put one there, into small. Yep. And then big, into small, into big. That's already moving pretty fast at that point. So this is going to be the real test, because this might break this. No. All right. So now that we've done that, this is going to work in a more efficient way. So we could also take our millstone and insert him there. I'm just going to do that for aesthetic purposes. Maybe do it to the rest of these as well. Just for things to look a little bit nicer. Yeah, I like the look of that. But now we will take our iron substrate, drop it on our, put it on our depot, and there we go. It's banging it into plates, and pretty quickly, if I do say so myself. And this is kind of what we need for our next progression step, because following this, we are going to, what's it called? Let me put these away. The whole reason I'm doing this is so we can get the plates, but I think we need those for the encased, the encased fans. Yeah. I'm doing this essentially so I can wash my my dough and then cook it up like I was talking about. But take one of them. I have the andesite alloy. All right, so those all finished. And then I want to make 2 of these, so I'm gonna make 2. Okay. And then one of you. We need another shaft. And one of you. Okay. So one thing I need to do is I need to make some flint shears. Saw these earlier, and we just need a flint block for that. So we're gonna need some gravel. Luckily we already have some dirt, so we're just gonna get some cobblestone real quick. And the whole reason for me doing this is I'm gonna try and waterlog a leaf block, so that way we can have our 2 encased fans right next to each other. It just makes things a little bit nicer when you do it that way. We'll just make some quick gravel for the purpose of flint. We're actually gonna need way more than that. I don't know who I'm kidding. Only doing that little amount. But we'll make a flint block. Okay, and then I think all we're missing now is some sticks. So we'll craft that. We'll get a tree plop down. Grab some of our bone meal from our sieve. Okay. And we're just gonna shear and get some of them nice leaves. Okay. And I think where I want to put these in relation to this, I have a lot going on here already. I almost wonder if I should make a separate network, stress network, just for, because these need to be powered from the back. We're gonna need some gearboxes, so we really need some more. God, see, this is where the resource management comes in, because we need so many of these, like, just basic things, but hopefully I'll be able to hold it together. We need, yeah, this is gonna be close, really close. That's gonna be enough for 2, which I think is all we need. The only downside to this is that we're gonna get a reverse Okay, so that's blowing in the right direction. You know what I need? I need a chain drive. That's what I need. A chain drive. Oh, it needs iron nuggets. Oh, no. Well, huh. Never mind about that one. Probably gonna... I don't know. Might make a suggestion on that one. Just because that seems like a really weird thing to have locked. But I guess for right now, we could, in the meantime, just separate this by, like... But as soon as I switch the gears, it's not going to be blowing the right direction. I guess I can just make one. This seems like a waste, but... Sometimes my brain, when it comes to create, does not work. So I have to do... almost like dumb solutions like this. And this is also overstressed now. So we will do... I also wonder the status of those. All in the name of bread. Yeah, it's just that. These are blowing too, by the way. Like crazy. Now because we've done that, we do not have enough for a depot. Which is screwed us over a little bit. I think we had some andesite in here. Yeah, which is gonna be enough for some andesite alloys, so we'll do that. And I think this needs to be rotated, yeah. Which we'll need 2 for that. 1 there, 1 like that. Depot there. You still get hit through this? No, okay, that's good. And then we need Romas. Okay. And something like this. And now, the final goal, we are now washing our wheat flour, which will hopefully turn some things into bread. And while that's going, we are going to look at some quests and claim some rewards, because we have done a lot. So we got this clay ball one for our bucket. Got some cooked pork chops for the andesite mesh. We did the iron substrate. We did the mechanical press, which is nice. That gives us engineer's goggles, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and equip those. Look at us. Fancy. Also got a wrench, which is really nice. We have our iron plates. So, yeah, we also got this sponge. I wonder what we can use a sponge for. Anything interesting? Bee conversion. Sponge bee. What does this do? Must just literally absorb water. But yeah, now our dough's done. Now we cook it. And this is going to turn us into some nice, yummy bread. Of course, if we had the chain drive, we could have done this a little bit smoother. I may adjust the configuration of this, because it'd be nice to have everything working on the same network. Might just add some more water wheels, to be honest. Even though it's only kind of a temporary solution. But now we have our bread. I guess what I could do... We need redstone for this, don't we? Yeah. Which we're not far off from. But I guess what I could do is put a clutch here. And toggle. Have this toggleable. So yeah, as soon as that places it down, it breaks. But I think that's some decent progress for our second episode. So, as always, guys, if you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Anything you want to see or any suggestions, comments, anything we can change, you know, leave that down there too, because it's much appreciated. And, you know, just let me know how you're liking the series so far, because I'm really excited for it. But, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.